WWE goes from not wanting to release anybody to releasing two superstars who publicly requested their releases on Twitter. What's up, folks? Fred Richani, TSC, your home for pro wrestling news updates, interviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. You may be wondering why I'm doing a video so soon after the last one, because I literally just did a video on Sin Cara, who claimed publicly that WWE had acknowledged that, hey, we're releasing you. So he's a free man, free to go anywhere he wants. And then, just a few minutes later after I uploaded the video, we get an official WWE statement via WWE.com that says, WWE has come to terms on the releases of Jonathan Huber, Luke Harper, and Sin Cara. WWE wishes them all the best in their future endeavors. Wow. This is surprising because the long-time internal edict over the last few years is we're not releasing anybody unless we really have to. They don't want to give folks a chance to go to ROH and make something of themselves like Cody and the Bucks. They don't want to have people go to AEW. They don't want people going to New Japan Pro Wrestling. They released Shawn Spears, who publicly requested his release on Twitter. He was like the first one to do it, I think. But after that, they stopped caring. Mike Kanellis just signed that allegedly $500,000 deal per year with WWE, requested his release. They put him on ice. Luke Harper, they did nothing with him for a while. They put him on ice. Sin Cara, they didn't put him on ice, but they just wouldn't release him, at least as of 3 weeks ago. But it seems like things have changed. It seems like WWE's looking around at the landscape. It seems like maybe somebody in talent relations, Triple H, woke up and said, you know what? We've got like 1,000 people in this performance center. I'm exaggerating. It's probably like well over 100. And it's like we have all these people that we're not using. You have folks like Deonna Purrazzo, who's fantastic. You have Chelsea Green. You have Dominik Dijakovic, Donovan Dijak, whatever his damn name is, and Keith Lee, who were not on ice, but barely did anything for the first year they were in NXT. And it's great that they're doing stuff now, but it's inexcusable that it took them a year to figure out Dijakovic and Keith Lee. I mean, those guys are can't-miss freaking prospects. Plus, you got the Archer of Infamy. You got all these other dudes in NXT. You got all these other dudes in SmackDown and Raw that you're not using well. There's still some great talent that's been misused over the years that has potential, like Apollo Crews. So why are you going to keep people that don't want to be there, that are publicly complaining about being there, especially when they're not being utilized? Especially when, for whatever reason, Vince McMahon does not see them as commodities and just sees them as bodies to put in a storage unit just in case AEW wants to load up. Well, here's the thing, folks. AEW has only 2 hours of television. AEW has only 1 hour online with AEW Dark, which not a lot of people watch compared to the TV show. AEW at the moment is having a hard time keeping track and keeping up with their roster and keeping them relevant right now. And hey, their new promotion, it is what it is. ROH is having their own issues in and out of the ring. You know, lack of concussion protocol, according to Joey Mercury and Kelly Klein, who no longer work for the company. All the harassment allegations. Obviously, the horrific creative direction that's been going on, although I do like Rush as their world champion. And then you look at MLW. MLW's doing relatively well for their level, but they're on beIN Sports, and they're on YouTube, and not a lot of people watch them. And then you got New Japan, which is already loaded up with talent from top to bottom. The parent company acquired Stardom, the top women's promotion in Japan. So there's no shortage of talent there. Plus, it doesn't look like they're going to be making any major additions heading into Wrestle Kingdom, which is their version of WrestleMania on January 4th and 5th. So, when you look at that landscape, when you look at the fact that WWE is stockpiled with talent, if you're Vince McMahon, and to a lesser extent Triple H, and you don't see any use for Luke Harper, and you don't see any use for Sin Cara, and you don't see any use for Mike Kanellis, and you don't see any use for whoever, you might as well release them. Now, I do give them props in this sense because Oney Lorcan did recently publicly request his release. He also has since re-signed, and I think he just recently appeared on 205 Live this past Friday. So some situations are salvageable. I remember years ago, Carlito would always publicly crap on WWE, and he was unhappy and here and there, and they would just always manage to sweeten the pot and bring him back, and he'd get a decent push, and then it eventually fell apart. So I'm not saying I expect a lengthy push for Only Lorcan, but it's nice to see that WWE and him were able to come to terms and resolve everything, because I do think he's an asset in and out of the ring in that company. And I think Luke Harper is too, and I think Sin Cara is too, and it's just unfortunate that neither of those gentlemen were used to the best of their abilities, especially Luke Harper. I mean, the guy came back after requesting his release. He had that great tag team match where he teamed with Rowan against Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, a fantastic pay-per-view match, and then Vince McMahon was like, let's send him back home, which is just crazy. There's been so many times, especially, I think was it 2017 when Bray Wyatt was going into WrestleMania as the world champion. Randy Orton was feuding with Luke Harper for the opportunity to face him. I mean, you could have easily done a triple threat match at WrestleMania that year. It would have been significantly better than the stupid hologram maggots and all the other crap that they end up doing in the stupid Orton and Wyatt match. And instead, that was like the beginning and the end of him. And then they brought him back as the Bludgeon Brothers, and he was really good with Rowan as the Bludgeon Brothers. And then I think he got hurt. Rowan got hurt. One of them got hurt. Maybe both of them got hurt. And they just did nothing with him. And then he had a nice match at When Worlds Collide, and they did nothing with him. Then they brought him back here most recently with Daniel Bryan, and they did nothing with him. I just don't freaking get it. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's Vince McMahon's company, it's Triple H's company, and they're going to have a different vision of what they like compared to what we like. And it is what it is, and that's why we have Luke Harper now as a free agent, and Baron Corbin smearing dog food all over Roman Reigns in the main event segments of SmackDown. But folks, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Luke Harper now on the free agent market? What do you think about Sin Cara now on the free agent market? Do you think that once this video is uploaded, there's going to be even more releases? Let me know. Leave a comment below. I appreciate y'all being patient with my voice, but dealing with the cold. I appreciate your support all throughout 2019. If you enjoyed this video too and all our other videos, don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications for more updates like this. Until next time, everybody, as always, enjoy the matches and best wishes to Harper and Sin Cara.